Seder night is a night of experience. It's a night to engage everyone, to get everyone involved in the story. Certainly, or specifically, the children. So many reasons why we do this and why we do that is Kedei Shishlu Atinokos. For the children to ask questions. We want them to be awake. We want them to be involved. Because Vigato Levincha Vayom Avuleimor. The concept of telling our children, teaching our children. One of these examples, but even in a greater way, is the story of the karpas. What's the karpas about? Why are we dipping? Why are we dipping the karpas? And then also, why do we dip the Mara later? The Rashiva, Rav Aaron Friedman, in his Haggadah, explains something so beautiful. It's not enough in terms of just having the children ask questions. We want them to appreciate what literally happened. The Gemara in Sota tells us that when the children were about to be born, the mothers would go to the field, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu would send down malachim to take care of the birth, to help the child. But what would happen? The Mitzrim would find out, they would hear, and they would run. And immediately, the land, the Gemara says, would swallow up the children to protect them. After the Mitzrim would leave, what would end up happening? The children will come out, as the Gemara says, ke'esev hasadeh. They come out of the ground. So interesting. They're coming out of the ground just like a vegetable. Why do we take the karpas? We take the karpas. Karpas is the yerek, is the vegetable. We're trying to show a child what they went through. And unfortunately, there were two dangers that they experienced. The first danger was to be thrown into the Nile. And that is corresponded by karpas. As we take that yerek and we dip it into the salt water. That's the yaor. That's the yaor. Realize what could have happened to people so young of age. And the second one, when we take the mara, we dip it into the charoses. That's if the child lived beyond in their toddler ages, or not even if they made it through and not been thrown out into the yaor, then they would be taken and thrown into the buildings, been comb in place of the concrete. We take that maror and we dip it in. The two dippings, which is so foreign, why do we do that? Kedei she'yishlu atinokas, but more so for the children to truly understand what went on and the sakana and danger that was focused on the children. They are a part of the story. And part of the Seder night is to make sure that everyone feels a part of the story of Mitzrayim. Have a wonderful, wonderful Pesach.